Hiya! Just playing around, just burning some sage here. If you don't know what sage is, it's kind of woo-woo, but basically it's a plant that gets gathered, the leaves are dried, rolled into the smudge stick, and it's meant to clear the space of any negative juju. I like to burn it because it smells nice too, so pro tip, if you have anxiety, incense are bomb because essentially what it does is it fills the air with something that smells nice, and then you're just naturally breathing in deeper, but because I already have this going, let's just go ahead and smudge you. I'm not saying that this is going to work or do anything, but if you have any negative juju and this does work, then maybe this is helpful. So let's just get you. But yeah, I'm just going to let this sit to the side here while we chat. But basically, basically nothing. Basically, I'm going to chat about how the universe does things for us, clears things out of our way to better our lives and to take us down whatever journey we're meant to go on in this life. You know, it's not always pretty when chaos, destruction, loss, grief, whatever it be, happens in our life. And we're not always able in the moment to stay grounded. I don't know about you, but if there's compounding negative things in my life, whether it's through loss, usually through loss, whether it's like, you know, it doesn't really matter. But if there's compounding heavy things, it's really hard for me, or it has been in the past, really hard for me to find my center again. Thankfully, life has given me enough chaos now that I've realized that I actually have a home within myself. It's a very loving and kind place to be. I love that I have what I have now, and I wouldn't have it now. So I guess part of this conversation is about gratitude. I wouldn't have what I have inside me now, this feeling, this home, this knowing that no matter what happens out there, I'm good. You know, I'm good. I wouldn't have this if it weren't for a lot of destruction that happened over the last few years, showing me that I need to be there for me. I need to keep my energy mostly here. I can still go after things in life. I can still want things to happen. I can still have hope and faith in things and work towards that, but I don't have to relinquish part of myself. I don't have to lose myself in things anymore. I think in life we can get carried away because this is what society wants. It wants you to find your identity in other things, in people, in relationships, in jobs, and what you're able to do in this life and your capabilities. And it's a lie we get told, and if we're lucky, we get enough destruction, it dismantles that illusion that we can, you know, be safe in whatever thing we're doing, that our self-worth should be caught up in any of these external things, because it really shouldn't. And if you're going through anything if you're going through a period that just feels like it's completely wobbly and you don't think you're ever going to find your foundation again, it might just be the universe is giving an opportunity for you to figure out that you are the most important thing in your life. You are the anchor. You need to be the anchor in your life. And that means not extending yourself too far to where you can't come back. It means not losing yourself in people, places, ideas. It means knowing that you have a home within yourself. And I hope in your journey you're shown what I have been shown lately, because it is freeing, it is loving, and it makes me curious and it makes me excited about what the future holds. You know, now if something happens that I don't want to happen, but it's happening and I've done all I can, you know, I've done all I can in whatever situation to try to, you know, have it go whatever way I desired, and it's still not working out, then like, you just kind of let go. You know that the universe is preparing you for something. Maybe this is a stepping block for that future. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a side road on the path. You don't know, but it doesn't matter, because you know you're good here and you're moving forward towards something magical. And it gets very exciting. Like, for instance, I have no idea what my soul wants out of this life. I have no idea what the ultimate lessons will be. I think, if anything, it's going to have a lot to do with love and relationships, because that's been one of the hardest places in my life. You know, every other area I feel pretty good with. I feel like I figured out like health. I figured out how to navigate like work and what, I want to do, although that's still kind of a gray area. What does my soul want me to do, if anything? Or is it nothing? Is it just how I carry myself through the day? Is it more like that? I don't know, but I'm fascinated by whatever might unfold. And I know that all of these things that in the moment feel so detrimental, feels like it's going to just completely ruin my life, or it feels like unbearable to move on with, if you know what I mean. I always gain the perspective later. I always gain the perspective like, wow, I really did need that to be able to understand myself better, to see my blind spots. I needed that to be more compassionate. I needed that to be more grateful for what I have. I needed that to be more aware of who I am in this life, or more aware of the value I have and can give to others. And it's only in those things that we're able to do that. That was that was my dog that just walked by. She's unfortunately wearing a cone right now. She has some allergies, and I just took her to the vet last week. But yeah, she has allergies, and like she's like one ear is swollen. Anyways, that's River, and I think a lot of life lessons you can get from a dog as well. So they're generally happy, and they generally just go with the flow. And maybe that's what life's about. Maybe life is just about staying open and curious, because it's never what we think it is. It's never what we think it is. And what a joy and curiosity that can be developed when we realize it's all just a mystery unfolding. We can try to plan it, and maybe we should to a degree if we want, if we want that satisfaction, or we don't. It doesn't necessarily matter, but it's such a journey, an unfolding that's happening for you, and it's happening for me. And if we can just remember that it's happening for our benefit for the most part, it gets very exciting, because who knows who will be in, merely 6 months from now, a year from now. Who knows? But it's quite exciting. So thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you found any resonance in this, would love to hear in the comments. And I will see you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.